Welcome back to Gear Daddy. I'm your host, Daddy Troy. Today I'm here with professional photographer Eric Doggett, and he's going to tell us all about taking photos of your pregnant wife or partner. Today's episode is sponsored by Baby Bjorn, best baby gear on the planet. Baby Bjorn. So I'm here today with Eric Doggett of Doggett Studios, Doggett Studios.com.
That's right.
He's got a great website. I want dads to know that they can try some of these things at home we're going to talk about today.
Yes.
But kind of the thrust of what we're talking about today is to hire a professional photographer like Eric to come in. It's a really important time in your life, Dad. Why not spend a little bit of money and have or a lot of money, and have a guy come in like Eric and do some really cool photos. So tell us what you brought into the studio.
I brought several here. The first one's by a friend of mine named Heather Mabry. It's a great image that you can start with if you're just trying to get an idea of shots you can take around the house. It's kind of like the hands over the belly shot. It's a great place to start. You can do this whether it's just the bare belly or she has an outfit on. Either way works. Next up is by a friend of mine named Dave McLaughlin, and this kind of shows silhouettes, and it's a good thing to try if you have an opportunity where you have this really kind of strong backlit situation, maybe by a window or something like that. Next up is Shannon Cunningham here in Austin. She is really good at taking shots of pregnant women outside. Here she just has the lady laying down in a field, which is just a great shot.
And we've got a bit of a soft focus in the foreground and the sharp in the middle.
Yeah, she's done some processing on this image to kind of bring the viewer's eyes close to the belly to make that stand out. Here's some shots by Terry Mason here in Austin. This shows something that's really popular with pregnant women, which is to take like a sheet or some sort of fabric and kind of drape them around in that. And if you can have someone maybe standing off to the side holding it, or if it's really windy and you're getting some sort of windblown effect.
We've got some other playful ones as well. Let's look at some of those.
This is Julia Weatherby, and she kind of explored some fun creative ways to show off the pregnancy, and here she's got the guy being almost looking like a little bit more pregnant than the woman.
Yeah, he's ready to pop, that's for sure.
That's a pretty big basketball, I think, that he's got under there. And then one of these that I like of hers is this kind of fun shot where if you look in there with the baby blocks, it says, "I did that." These are shots I took of my wife Lisa with our second son Trevor, and what we did here was this, they call it lifestyle photography, where you take these shots inside the house, and even though the camera's focused on the dog, you still see her in the background. So there's this kind of play between multiple subjects in a scene. One's got the focus on them, maybe the other one doesn't.
This next photo I really like. It's mom, baby, and expecting.
That's right. So that's my wife Lisa and our first son Brandon, and I did this shot in the bedroom, and we basically just took the bedspread and kind of turned it upside down to get that red shimmery look. Funny thing with this shot was I was standing overhead and Brandon was not happy about it. So if you zoomed in really close on the eyes, you can see some little tears starting to come because he was over it at this point.
And I really like these next two. They're experimental, really fun. Tell me about those.
I love out-of-the-box photography, and these next two examples are some of my favorites. This again is Heather Mabry. I loved it where she took pregnant woman and took the name tag, little like "Hello, my name is," and wrote the baby's name on there and slapped it on the belly. And if you look at the background, it doesn't look like it's a studio shot. It could just as easily be against the wall somewhere. The next one is another shot of my wife Lisa, and there was construction going on across the street, and so I was trying to think of something fun to do, and we just ran over there. What I love about it is it's taking something like a subject and putting it somewhere where you don't expect them.
Hey Eric, thanks so much for coming in. I'm going to have links to all these photographers on my blog at dadlabs.com. Go check it out. Eric's going to be back next week, and he's going to talk about really innovative birth announcements on a website called
BoxOfficeBaby.com.
BoxOfficeBaby.com. And all you dads should check this out because you could also use it for really creative party invites. And finally, we're going to have Eric back again another time, and we're going to talk about camera choices for the new and veteran dad with a kind of slant on how to take pictures of the newborn baby. We'll see you next time on Gear Daddy and all week long at dadlabs.com.